Hey everybody, it's Sean with Price and Price Realtors with this week's market report. If you didn't get a chance to watch last week's market report, please go back and do that. We went into a lot of details and comparisons of last year versus this year to give a good idea about where the market is right now. There does appear and feel like a little bit of a softening in the market the last few weeks. And so that'll give us a good perspective about how strong the market actually is this year versus last year, in spite of what's been happening in the last couple weeks. What we seem to think and what seems to be happening with our buyers at least, and what I'm hearing from other agents, is that when school let out this year and COVID opened up so people could actually start traveling again, there's been a lot of people that have been going. They call it the Great Exodus of Northern Virginia. A lot of people have been going out of town and traveling since they've been kind of pent up for so long. We are starting to see things kind of ticking back up again. And we expect probably after July 4th weekend, everybody will be back in and wanting to get settled in before school and everything so that they can get back to normal. So we do feel like there's a little bit of a window now for the next week or two, but that the market should start picking back up pretty solidly again. So let's go to the graphs and we can see what's going on, and we'll just go do that. Okay, so you can see here that buyer activity took a little bit of a dip this last 7 days, but it is on a general trend back upwards. Okay, you can see here it was trending up. Of course, each week there's a little dip up and down, but you can see this week there was a trend this period there was a trend up with a spike here, and then it kind of started trending downward again. And this is what we've been talking about with the softening over the last 4 or 5 weeks. But then it looks like we're starting to tick back up into another positive range. Inventory is continuing just a slow, steady tick up. Now, we only went up about 2% this week, but it was still a little bit of an increase. So it's still a slow, steady increase. So we'll see what happens. And typically in Northern Virginia, what will end up happening is we'll have a spike in inventory in March, and then we'll have a little bit of an uptick of inventory in June. And then inventory starts to kind of slow down a little bit because we start getting into July and August, and everybody realizes that people are starting school and everything's starting to settle down, so people are kind of settling back into their routines. So what ends up happening is we have that uptick in June and July, but then it starts to slow down. So we may be, as we go back to the graph here, we may end up seeing this start to kind of slowly start decreasing. And even if buyer activity decreases with that, it doesn't mean that we're going to end up in any less of a strong seller's market. So if we go over here into the actual seller's market, whenever you have a decrease in buyer activity and a slight increase in seller activity, that moves us a little bit more towards a buyer's market. So we're staying pretty steady in this area here, which is a fairly strong buyer's market. Very strong seller's market. What we're finding and what we're still seeing in the market is we're seeing that we're getting multiple offers on properties. Properties that are fairly priced are getting the multiple offers, and they are going a little bit above ask, but it's not 30-40 contracts that are 30-40 buyers that are competing. You're getting 2, 3, 4 offers on different properties. So it is an opportunity for buyers right now. Still a great opportunity for sellers to get out in the market. In fact, we're bringing some new properties to the market for some sellers, and I highly recommend, if you're thinking about it, now is the time, because we don't know what's going to happen as far as inventory or buyer activity in the next few months. So sellers, now's a great time to jump in. Buyers, this is a window between now and July 4th. If you're really, really looking to get something, I would seriously consider getting out there looking right now. If you have any questions about this, I hope it makes sense, but if you have any questions about this, please feel free to shoot us an email or give me a call. All right, we'll see you on next week's market report. Have a great day. Bye-bye.